Hey everyone, today I'll be sharing my thoughts on Arizona Sunshine 2 after playing through the campaign in online co-op. Arizona Sunshine 2 is the sequel to the popular zombie shooter set in the Arizona desert. It features an entirely new co-op capable campaign, say that 10 times fast, with our wisecracking protagonist searching for anyone left alive in the zombie apocalypse, all while battling the undead with an arsenal of weapons. In the beginning of the story, you discover a downed helicopter with Buddy, your new companion. It seems like the pilot was trying to locate patient zero of the zombie outbreak. While this background story exists, the focus seems to be more on combat and exploring the various vivid locales along your journey through zombie-infested Arizona. The game includes 2-player campaign co-op as well as 4-player horde mode for some undead blasting action with friends. And yes, there is full cross-play support so you can play with others on platforms like PSVR 2, Steam VR, and Quest. Some new gameplay mechanics include the addition of more weapon holsters to easily swap between multiple guns and melee combat. My absolute favorite addition is the new companion character, Buddy, a dog you can interact with, command during combat, and even play fetch with when you need a break. Now let's jump into the rest of my gameplay impressions. When it comes to combat, weapons feel a little light and arcadey, but are satisfying to handle, especially melee weapons. Landing headshots with firearms or getting up close to slice zombies in various ways is gory fun. The dismemberment system allows you to blow limbs clean off or cut deep into zombie flesh. Navigation is smooth with comfort options like teleportation or smooth movement to traverse. Just like the original, interacting with doors, drawers, and other objects is intuitive, and if you're just like me and obsessed with fully looting an area, you're gonna have a great time. I also can't forget to mention your new loyal companion, Buddy. As both players in co-op, we were able to direct Buddy to sit, follow us, attack enemies, fetch items, and hold some guns. Customizing Buddy's hat, feeding him, and even playing fetch added some great lighthearted moments between intense combat encounters. The amount of detail the developers put into Buddy is insane, from the way the player's hand interacts with him to all the objects he can interact with in the environment. Buddy's easily my favorite part of the game, next to melee combat. A new crafting system allows you to make tools like Molotov cocktails, grenades, and mines. You can combine ingredients found in the environment, such as glue, nuts and bolts, and alcohol. My one tip, though, would be to have player 1 craft most things during co-op, as player 2 seems to lose their crafting ingredients and ammo when transitioning between areas. In Arizona Sunshine 2, players can find an expanded arsenal of weapons to use against the zombies, including series favorites and some new additions. Wield firearms like handguns, submachine guns, shotguns, and rifles, plus specialty weapons like a homemade flamethrower. The return of weapon holsters lets you easily swap between multiple equipped guns or weapons. You have 2 handgun thigh holsters, plus wrist pockets in which you can add melee weapons, grenades, or maybe a nice tennis ball for Buddy. Finally, you can also place one larger weapon, like a rifle or shotgun, on your back. However, I did find that grabbing items underneath you can be unwieldy, since your character often prioritizes switching to holstered guns on the leg over picking up the item that you want. This was frustrating a few times, where I needed to position myself awkwardly in order to avoid constantly switching to the wrong gun or not picking up the thing that I wanted. I did love the little customization touches, like the wide assortment of silly hats you can discover and wear. The ambient sound design is also so immersive that sometimes I couldn't tell if the noises were coming from in the game or from behind me in real life. Having a second player join my hosted session was simple enough. You can either open a public game or host a private one through the room code system. Playing Arizona Sunshine 2 co-op allows you to strategize, have fun together, and most importantly, watch each other's backs against the undead. Our most intense moments were certainly holding out against waves of zombies breaking in from multiple directions, trying not to get overwhelmed. Unfortunately, and I think this happened with the first game too, Player 2's ammo and crafting materials did not save after each loading screen. This meant that I would primarily grab the crafting materials, and when we'd get to a crafting station, I would just make what he needed for him. Not a big deal, but it can be annoying when you just looted a place of ammo only to lose most of it. Thankfully, those guns he picked up would stay with him throughout the loading screens. Pro co-op tip: to drop your current gun, hold the reload button until you see a green circle and you'll let go of your gun. We also found a bug where if I died, player 2 could not progress past a certain area by himself, as the doors would not open without me. So hopefully that's something that'll get fixed by the time you're watching this. While we did spend most of our time playing co-op campaign, we did try out the new Horde mode Canyon map, which allows up to 4 players total. If you've tried Horde mode in the original game, this one is pretty much the same thing, and you'll find the look and feel very familiar. You'll basically be facing escalated waves of zombies while scavenging ammo and health items in a small area. I hope that they add more Horde maps over time, as one is pretty underwhelming. Overall, Arizona Sunshine 2 takes the intense VR zombie survival shooter action of the original and elevates it to new heights through updated visuals, satisfying weapons, and pulse-pounding co-op teamwork. Clearing the undead from sun-scorched Arizona horizons is as fun as ever, now with next-gen VR polish. While some aspects like graphics have modest room for improvement, and I encountered occasional bugs, these are largely overshadowed by glowing points like the brilliant new companion character Buddy. I cared way more for this helpful dog than some human video game allies, and I honestly have never seen video game dog interaction this good anywhere else. I do wish we had more control over our flashlight too, as it can be frustrating when it doesn't turn on automatically in dark areas. And the game can occasionally be finicky about player collision with the environment, just like after the fall. I found myself stuck in black screens a few times when clipping my head where I shouldn't. Arizona Sunshine 2 offers a lengthy, polished campaign that can be enjoyed either solo or cooperatively with a friend. On top of the 5+ hour story, the 4-player Horde mode adds some additional replayability. I'd easily recommend any VR enthusiast pick this up, especially those with a co-op partner ready for surviving the zombie wasteland together. Arizona Sunshine 2 hits PlayStation VR 2, Steam VR, and MetaQuest December 7th. The standard edition is launching at $39.99 USD, while the deluxe edition runs $49.99. For anyone who pre-ordered the deluxe copy on Steam, you can actually play right now during the 48-hour early access period ahead of launch. By retaining the best parts of a classic formula while making valuable additions like Melee and Buddy, Arizona Sunshine 2 shines as a true return to form for the undead apocalypse. Now pardon me while I go pet my new virtual dog. As always, keep on creating and never lose that drive to improve. I'll see you on the next one.